So on Friday, we got to hear more from the Prime Minister's former lawyer. That would be Ben Perrin, the same witness who appeared on Thursday and who was responsible for what is basically the closest thing we've had so far to a bombshell revelation in this trial, and that is that Ray Novak, who is the Prime Minister's current Chief of Staff, was actually aware that his former Chief of Staff, Nigel Wright, was going to cover the $90,000 in expenses. Mr. Perrin was on the stand yesterday, on Thursday, and he was there again on Friday. And we didn't actually get a lot of new information out of him as he underwent a surprisingly light cross-examination by Donald Bain, that's Mr. Duffy's lawyer. But we got to hear more insight into kind of his frustration at, I think, that job does not seem to be a good fit for him at PMO. It's fair to say. He described himself as feeling blindsided at finding out that there were all these kind of backroom negotiations going on over the Duffy deal. He was brought in kind of late in the process. He only had sort of a periscope view of what was going on. It's only now that he's reading the emails and the ITOs that he sort of is getting the bigger picture. And you really get the sense, I mean, as he put it, he really felt blindsided, and he felt as though he was being put in a situation where he didn't have the information he needed to really do his job effectively. And it's interesting because we don't often get to hear that kind of candid admission from people in what was formerly a very senior position in government. So in that sense, it was kind of insightful, and there were those revelations, but not a lot of really new information. I guess that's going to have to wait for next week, where we're going to hear from another Prime Minister, former Prime Minister's office staff. That's Chris Woodcock. He was doing issues management for PMO at the time that all this was going down. He's still in government, but I think he's with another minister's office now. Anyway, he will be testifying, and we'll hear what he has to say on Monday.